Hello, ladies. I hope you're doing good. I don't know how it is where you are, but here it is cold, and tomorrow night it will be the coldest. The weather people have been kind of squabbling yesterday if it was going to be 11 degrees or 14 degrees. This morning they came up with 9 degrees, so it's going to be cold. And the worst thing is that, of course, we're all about bursting pipes. So my luck is that the way that my house was built back in 1944 or 42, I forgot, the pipes go through the wall that is common between the bathroom and the kitchen. So I can turn on the oven and it will heat the wall. So, okay, I'm going to do something, and I guess that something is not going to happen. So I can stop the pipes from freezing in that respect, but unfortunately there are some tubes that run from under the sink in the, okay, so this is not going to work, under the sink, under the floor of my laundry room that is on stilts, and that is the most prone to freezing. Okay, so note to self, the glitterific, a folk art doesn't have a long shelf life. I don't know if you can see what happened here. It's very dry. I'm going to try and put some water in it and see if it comes back to normal, but definitely I cannot use it. So I thought of, remember, I did not test this, but I thought it would work really pretty. So let's see if it's going to work or not, because somebody asked me a long time ago, how do I come up with my ideas? And I said I always have them in my head, and about 95% of the time they come up the way that I envisioned them. They were going to come up in my head. Now, 5% of the time they don't. So I'm going to just grab some darker clay. You can use black, that's fine, but I'm a little bit low on black, so I didn't realize before, and I didn't make any of that black with that blackout thing. I could have, but I didn't realize. I thought I still had half a 1 pound brick, but I don't. So I'm going to use some Kemper cutters, and I'm going to use a UV resin heart-shaped mold. So it doesn't really matter whatever UV resin mold you have, as long as it is heart-shaped. So I'm going to get me some hearts here, and I'm going to get several so I can have a good combination, and we'll make a heart one, and we'll make a more regular one, not heart shaped, just to see how this ends up being. So let me do a few more, just to make sure that I have enough for what I'm trying to do. And remember, Polyclay Play has all of these, and please remember, if you order from Polyclay Play from Trish, don't forget to use my my affiliate code, because that gives me store credit and I can purchase gift cards, and then we'll have one of those giveaways. Okay, so I'm going to use the color shift, and I have here, let me see. So this is the raspberry flash, this is the red flash, and this is the pink flash. And as you can see, they have all these nice colors. Now remember, whenever you use one of these color shift ones, you have to be very, very, very thorough at shaking them, because that dust that gives them the holographic effect kind of falls at the bottom. So if you want to have a good holographic effect, you need to shake them really good right before you use them. You can even use one of those skewer bamboo sticks if you want to make sure. If you cannot do the shaking very good, I can still do the shaking. There's all other stuff I cannot do, but I can still do the shaking. And I've been in quite a bit of pain because of the cold front. Amazingly, and I don't know why, but it seems that I'm in pain both when the barometer goes up and when the barometer goes down. And because of the cold front, it's been going down. Now, you're going to say, oh, you're going to use acrylic on a mirror tile, and how you're going to clean it? Well, very easy. I'm going to let it dry and then use a blade to scrape and then alcohol to finish cleaning. Remember, alcohol cleans the acrylic paint, no matter what type of acrylic paint, really, really well. And I'm going to use one of these little sponges that are really good, and I also got them from Polyclay Play. So let's start with some red flash. And I need and we'll have to use several coats. And remember, don't go with a thick layer. Kinda get it in on a paper towel first, and then go on it, because otherwise you'll wait forever for it to dry. And I'm going to clean my little sponge in between these things. Not super duper exceptionally clean, because they are very similar hues, but the same thing. I'm not going to go directly on it, because see how thick it is. I'm going to kind of wipe it first here. And I know that originally it will not look a lot like there's a lot of a difference, but with the second coat, you will see why there will be a difference, because the whole thing with these things is that they change, they give this chameleon holographic effect because of the direction the little dust flakes are setting in. But with the sponge going straight, the direction is all over the place. So what I'm going to do is the second coat, I'm going to actually wipe a little bit. So we'll have it going in one direction only, maybe in two directions. Maybe it will give more effect. Just make sure that your first coat actually covers the whole surface. Okay, and then I'm going to start with the second one, because if you just do these little thin coats, it doesn't take long for it to And as you can see, it's not a lot of that chameleon effect right now, but we'll make it work. So I'm going back to, yeah, it is dry. I'm going back to the red flash. No, this is the raspberry I started with. Yes, I started with the raspberry. Only that this time I'm going to swipe, not pat. Huh? No, I had started with the red, so this is the raspberry. And it's not fully dry. Sorry about that. I didn't think I swiped these. I normally put them in order so I don't mess up. Hi Lanka, hi Carlene. And I was almost messing up. So we start again with the red. Yeah. And again, pat it on the paper towel. And then this time, as I said, I'm going to go with one direction and I'm going to go sideways on the little heart. I might have to go with 3 coats. Actually, let me go first, tapping, and then I'm going to swipe, because by swiping first I'm not leaving enough paint on it. Alrighty. As I said, might have to use 3 coats to get the full effect properly. Just once again, make sure that you shake them really well. So this is the raspberry. Yes. And I'm going to come and wipe sideways. The new paper towel. Hi, Catherine. How are you ladies doing today? How cold it is where you are. Please let me know, because I can't remember by heart where you are, each of you. So I saw that pretty much all of the country is under some type or another of winter warning. So first tap, dab. And then swipe. And yes, as I said, it might take you a while to get the color properly. And I will show you after this how to do without the color shift, still do changing. Wow, it's warm where you are. Today's high here is supposed to be 28. Doesn't seem very warm, but at least my heater finally stopped blowing. You're east of me. Are you on the east coast, Catherine? Because this thing also goes like from the northwest to the southeast and then to the northeast. Okay, so one more time, red flash. Yeah, it is dry. Do not apply another coat unless the coat underneath is dry, because all you manage to do is to wipe off the previous coat. So first dab, and then wipe. Now they are way more colored, and you can see the differences. Hi Elaine, how you doing? Is it cold here? I can, the thing is, it's just January. I don't know how it is where you are, but usually here we have some cold in January, but the worst of it is in February. Okay, so now the raspberry. And you can see how with each coat the color intensifies. So dab first, wipe sideways after. And I'll move it here in a minute so you can see the difference from when I did it the first time. And this will be the last coat. And now the pink flash. And again, dab it on the paper towel. Alrighty. And I'm going to place my little thing in water to clean it. And if you clean it right away, you can reuse it. So, oops. But I'm not going to keep cleaning it. I just want to get the most of the paint out, and then I will be using some soap and running water to fully clean it. But they are very, very cheap, and you can use them always for this kind of stuff. No need to mess up your hands. A second, I have some extra left over from, I didn't notice it before. Okay, so let's grab a blade. So I'm going to use some of them in this and some of them in this. I'll see how many I have total when I'm done. And remember, these you can, I could have, I wish I had a smaller, but this is my smallest. I probably need to get another size, a smaller size. I think I have enough for 3, maybe more. And we'll do various. Okay, let's get some of the raspberry now. I have to do a little bit of a Tetris thing, like here. Come on, stay there. It all depends on the shape and size of the mold you choose. Okay. And of course, if you have hearts made out of something else that is nice and color shifting and all that, go ahead and use them. This one will only have 3 hearts. And now the pink one. One goes here. I'm going to go back to the oops. Didn't intend to do that. Yeah, I wanted to put a layer of that glitterific thing, but you saw it seems impossible with the way it's all dried out and stuff. I'm gonna try to arrange them to be fairly symmetrical. Okay, maybe this one a little bit higher. Hey. This one is not straight. All right, I still have 2 left, but that's not enough for another one. Now let me see who came in. Hi, Silver. Hi, Darla. Hi, Cindy. Yeah, I know. Usually the small ones think they are all powerful and mighty. Okay, so I suggest for the next step to use an iridescent type of glitter. This is a bigger one, but usually it's called fairy dust, and I didn't get the one that I wanted. The one that I'm going to use is called Polyflakes. It's very old. I got it from Michael's, I think. And it's the finest iridescent transparent glitter that I've ever found. I couldn't recommend where, but essentially it's a polyester glitter. So if you find a polyester glitter anyway, it's made by Glitterex Corporation, and sometimes you can find it in various stores, sometimes you can't. So, hi Mona. So I'm going to first set a little bit of UV resin. So that should make my little hearts move less. And I'm going afterwards to use a little bit of glitter on it. And I'm not going to use, maybe I'm not going to use glitter on all of them. I don't know. What do you think? Glitter on all of them or not glitter on all of them? Let's vote. And actually I might try a different thing. I told you I'm going to show you how to make this kind of stuff just using pearlescent clay without the color shift. So I'm going to place the hearts differently on that one, and we'll definitely use glitter on that. But we are as safe as possible. I have a here. There we go. Did my thing doesn't look very clear. Give me just a second and I will check the focus of the camera. But remember to vote for glitter or no glitter. And it was very nicely focused. I don't know what happened. Let's see. I told you since they did the last update, it's not very... That should be good. No. Let me give it a little bit more contrast. Maybe this is better. Glitter just one. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna glitter the heart. Okay. No, not this one. I said I was going to use this one. And amazingly, now it's probably dead, but amazingly, remember that like a week to 10 days ago we had the first cold snap, and I have in the front of the house I have some big pots I grow herbs in, and after all that my cilantro was just as happy as can be and still all nice and green and everything. I don't know how it's going to be here now. Okay, so one of them is glittered, the other ones are not. One thing I can tell you though is that amazingly, sometimes Oklahoma is colder than Alaska in winter. So I always choose this this type of molds because they are kind of translucent, so you can flip them over, and because sometimes whatever's on the bottom doesn't really, depending, especially if you have some inclusions in there, doesn't cure properly. Let's see. Let me see if I have any nice colors in my leftover pearlescents. Is this pearlescent or not? It sure is. Alright, give me just a second to give it a few runs. Yeah, do you have anything you can cover it with? second. All right, I have this pink that's got some little traces of red, but that's fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, remember that I posted, let me see, when did I post it? No, I cannot do that because that's part of a members thing, but I'm going to do something different. Okay, and I'm going to grab some white pearl, about the same size and then the same. And I don't even need that much, this much. I'm going to grab about this much and about this much. And we're gonna do the chop and toss thing. You know what I used to do when I had my cottage garden in the backyard? Because I had these beautiful, fairly tall various European varieties of green peppers and red peppers that weren't hot. And they would be like 3 foot tall. And what I used to do is to get as transparent as possible garbage bags and just cover them up and then put some some weight, you know, some rocks on the bottom of the bag around the plant, because those plants still breathe. And what you can do also, you can put a stick that's a little bit taller than your pineapple, so that the bag itself will not touch the plant. Okay, let me turn this upside down. So lots of chopping. And you can do this because I know that especially if you're working with Cernit, you have other, but you can use any kind of color or make your own. Remember, I keep recommending you the mica powders of Nurture Soap that are very cheap, and you get a lot of them. So you can actually get some actual red, not copper, mica powder and make your own red pearlescent that is actually red, because not even the red that Primo had, that so-called pearlescent red, the one that was several years ago. They had 2 colors for the holidays, pearlescent red and the pearlescent green, and the green was an actual green, but the red was red pigment with gold mica. I actually have this here because somebody wanted to see it, because you can see in the green the mica is green, but in the red the mica is gold. It's not red. What I keep telling you, the difference between color mica pigment and colored mica. The pigment is actual natural mica, that's silver or gold, with pigment in it, that's not mica. And colored mica is industrial mica obtained in a lab that is actually colored. So Nurture Soaps has the best colored mica and the best colors that I've ever seen. Initially they are for soap making, but they work beautifully in polymer clay, and I never had problems. Yeah, clear drop cloth works beautiful. It doesn't really matter if you have enough. You can actually tape two trash bags together if you want. You can make it wider. It don't have to go in all in one, you know. Okay, I'm going to get this. But before I start on this, I'm going to put some, let's get this out. This might need a little bit more. And we'll study them when the whole thing is over, after I finish everything. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually make a single one here, so I don't hold you forever here. And I'm going to first place some UV resin with glitter. This will be the first layer, and of course you bake them after you apply I can tell you that this the polyester glitter changes a little bit colors when subject to heat, so it will become even more flashy. I'm going to have my base done. And you don't want the UV base to be too thick, so I put a relatively thin layer here. You just want to get your glitter to go all over the place. Just make sure that your resin goes all the way to the edges of everything. So let's get this too. And now we can work on these. I only need 3, remember, so I'm going to get them through the machine on a 5. Actually, one of them is enough. Somebody ate too much again. Only need 3 of them, so 1, 2. 3. Let's see, somebody's hacking a hairball. I cannot see from here who it is. Okay. I'm trying to find the best side that has some of the nurture soap. Hold on, let me give you the link. I am not affiliated with them at all, but I always recommend them because they are awesome. Okay. Here's the link directly to the mica powders, and it's $1.50 for 35 grams, I think. Let's see. No, 5 grams, but 5 grams is a lot because these mica powders are super light. After I do this, I will grab one of my things, because I showed yesterday to my members. I will grab one of my, they used to send those in little jars, but now they send them in little Ziploc bags. And I will show you how much is 5 grams of that mica powder. It's a lot. Alrighty, so yeah, and that is all industrial mica, and the mica is colored. There is no color pigment there. The mica itself is colored, and you can see it's not toxic. Well, of course, I always recommend to use a mask when you're working with mica, because if you blow in it and you inhale it, nothing that you inhale that's a powder is going to do you good, you know. So I would like them to be a little bit lower than this. Come on, don't make me mess them up. And there we go. And now I can give it another layer of UV resin. That's going to bring up all the pretty mica shift in the chop and toss thing. So again, if you don't have the color shifts, just use this with practically any pearlescent color. You can make your own, even if you cannot afford to buy that mica. Just mix a little bit of red, it doesn't matter what red, and a white pearl. And if you don't have any of that, just use regular clay, and it's going to still be pretty. Okay, let's get it back, and while that gets, we are going to look at these, how they came up, and I am going to, okay, let me go get the jar. So this is a jar I never got to use yet, ever, even if I got it for like 2 or 3 years. But to show you, because they are not, I mean, I cannot put it on the side. I'm going to just put my finger here where the powder is, and then I'm going to put the lid back. So this is how much powder you get. It's about at least 1.5, if not twice the size of a Perlex little jar. So yeah, alrighty, so this is the, let me refocus a little bit. So this is the glitterific one, can see the glittering. And this is the non-glitter. They look like little cakes or cookies, don't they? And the color shifts pretty nicely. And this is the third one. Okay, just a few more seconds to get this on the back. Oh, I don't need to get it on the back because I already did it. And let's see this other one. So the one with the chopped. As you can see, they are all really pretty, and you can use glitter or you can use non-glitter. It's entirely up to you. That's the lowest it can go. But you can see the mica shift. And you can add just a tad of translucent too in that chop and toss thing. And get this back. So this is an idea that would make good Valentine's Day things. So I hope you try it and you enjoy playing with it. And yeah, let me show you something before I go. Now they say again 12, not 9 anymore. But why I was asking how's the weather with each of you, if you give me just a second. Let me show you. So this is a interactive radar, and if I go and I put in all the winter advisories and other advisories, you can see why I was asking, because all the way down to Florida, freeze watch, freeze warning, cold weather advisory, New Mexico, extreme cold watch, cold wind chills between 5 to 10 below, cold weather advisory, 20 below zero, all this area with blues here, 5 above zero. That's why I was asking, because by what I could see, this is snowfall warning. Winter storm warning. By what I could see, there is bad stuff going on, as I said, all over the country. So yeah, you can even, you know what else you can do? I don't have one here, but I know that I have molds like this that are just round, so you could put just one little heart in it. So make the base first with glitter, and then put a little heart in it and cover it with more resin, and then you can poke a hole and you can make a whole bracelet with heart charms. So it would look real pretty. Just don't forget to get yourself some of these, because she has them. Let me see, the smallest she has them is, let me just go to search and search heart. Kemper cutters. Actually, better would be if I search Kemper. Okay, sets by shape. Let's see. See, these are these, and they can go as small as what is this? 3/16. So I think 3/16 would be a little bit too hard to work with. And this one is, it's not 1/2 inch. It's 3/8. This one, the one that I used. So I think that the 5/16 would be the best for this kind of stuff. But the way that I did that, I still have some sizes and shapes that I don't have yet, because what I do, I buy 2 or 3 at a time, because you can buy them separately. Even if in the end it comes up more, but you pay more per cutter, but it's much easier for me to come up with like $9 than 30 at a time. You know, I mean, yeah, it is nice to have them all, but honestly, I don't use them all. Some of them are too big for what I'm trying to do. Some of them are too small for what I'm trying to do. So, okay, it's pretty much like here, Elaine. Right now it's 26. Yeah, we are a little bit less at 26, and tomorrow might get a little bit of snow. Anyway, stay warm, be good, make lots and lots and lots of soups and stews. Stay warm, and I will see you all next Sunday. Hopefully nothing happens and we'll be together again. Don't forget to like, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and have a wonderful what's left of Sunday and a good Martin Luther King Day. Cold and soupy. Okay? Thank you all. Bye.